Welcome to Dr. Kannan Pugarendi's channel.
Tension, no tension. Without tension. Tension free இருந்தா
Being balanced in all the areas of life, that is physical, mental, emotional, social and spiritual.
लाइफ में, क्योंकि स्ट्रेस को कम करने के लिए यही एक चीज़ ऐसी है जो फिजिकल एक्टिविटीज़ थोड़ा सा रिजॉल्व करेगी.
ஸ்ட்ரெஸ் முடிஞ்ச அளவுக்கு ஏற்றுக்கூடாது. இல்லை ஈஸி கோயிங்காக இருந்தாலே ஸோ சிம்பிள்.
You can also manage another important component that we are not taken into account for a disease manifestation: stress. So all of us are going through stress in some form and believe we have understood stress. And when you ask anyone, commonly the answer that I have got as a physician is, I don't have a stress. Do you? My jaw drops, because if you don't have stress, I feel you are God. In other words, it is not possible for somebody who is living in this environment without a stress. And the stress is considered as an event, as a fall, as an accident, and an obvious one that they can see and measure and observe. But unfortunately, there are stress that are ubiquitous, which we are not aware of. We are not able to measure. We are not able to calculate and give it to you on a paper and say, this is the amount of stress you have. Even when I say on a scale of 10, it is a subjective component and there is no objective measure. So stress is more a subjective component again, which need not be understood by the other person, because I perceive the same stress as happiness, other person sees this as sadness. When I talk about stress, common belief is again, stress is only for certain people. Animals have stress, plants have stress, people who are in a coma can have stress. So understand, stress is not, as we discuss, as a problem, lack of a problem, etc. It is how we perceive, we respond. It is not what stimulates us. So it is an unconditional response for any stimuli. So a stress-free life. And the stress-free life cannot be made until unless you are aware of your balance and harmony and peace. We cannot, what shall I say, trade for this happiness, harmony, peace, because we get monetary benefits or we get something that is sort of very, very vital for my growth in my career. Naturally, you will be paying a high price for it at another time. So take into consideration this lifestyle change. Imagine you can avoid seeing a doctor in your lifetime. You don't have a diabetes, you don't have a hypertension, people don't have a cardiac issues, people don't get cancers. What more do you want? You don't have to visit a hospital. Shouldn't that be the goal of every human being, that I shouldn't meet a doctor? But today we need to run into a hospital for any problem because we feel that is a requirement. But I want to tell you that this can be avoided through a lifestyle measure, and that can happen with your awareness. When you are exercising, you can ask me, how can this exercise act against that stress? Good. When there is a lion chasing you, you're going to negotiate with the lion or a tiger. Hey, I'm stressed out, I'm not happy, you can't chase me. No, you run for your life. So every time you are exercising and your heart rate is increased, your breath rate is increased, either to escape from a lion or to catch a deer. Both are a requirement in the forest. Either you run away or fight. So when you touch that button of exercise, you have already changed the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, the hormonal axis. At that time, even if you are having fever, you will run for your life. So the the fight mechanism which are involved in our day-to-day life is an important management through exercise that I'm giving as an important prescription that can avoid diseases. And if you see carefully, you need to bother about the internal environment. You have no control over the external environment. Your water and food that goes in and the exercise that goes out, the exposure to sunlight and the stress that you perceive. If you start to control your diaphragm, the one large muscle inside your system, that is what the whole pranayama is about. That is what is Tai Chi about. That is what is exercise about. So any one of them you can use so that dance or martial art or any form of movement therapies that are available can heal you. So you can move and heal. And you can take a journey of 1,000 miles begins with this single step. So those are the 8 steps you can take, you can begin today with awareness, with information, taking control, removing uncertainty. Let us begin to exercise. Thank you.